know that for years, Prince Harry was known as the naughty bachelor prince, often landing in the tabloids for his exploits. But now he's in a steady relationship and showing us his vulnerable side. So what led to his drastic life change? Here's ABC's Nick Watt.
Prince Harry? Sure, he's the fun one. The one-time hellraiser, party prince, lashed out at photographers. Recently, Harry's mellowed, going steady with American actress Meghan Markle, and now, finally, we know what lies beneath.
I've probably been very close to a complete breakdown on numerous occasions when all sorts of grief and sort of lies and misconceptions and everything's coming at you from every angle.
32-year-old Prince, unguarded, candid, mildly sweary on a just-posted mental health podcast, Bryony Gordon's Mad World.
It was 20 years of not thinking about it, and then 2 years of total chaos.
There has been a terrible accident involving Diana, the Princess of Wales.
His mother, Princess Diana, the princess without the fairy tale ending, died in a car crash in Paris in 1997, paparazzi on her tail, just a year after her divorce from Prince Charles. She was 36 years old. The images of William and Harry walking behind their mother's coffin, no tears, just stiff upper lips all round. Gives you some idea of how people from that country, from that class, traditionally deal with loss.
I can safely say that losing my mum at the age of 12 and therefore shutting down all of my emotions for the last 20 years has had a quite serious effect on not only my personal life but also my work as well.
Was described as the party prince when he was coming out of nightclubs, red-faced.
While older brother, quieter William, stays home with his seemingly perfect family, Harry struggled.
Where we saw that, we witnessed that in his behaviour, where he's saying he was close to a full mental breakdown, where he was nervous about going to royal engagements, that he didn't really know if he could carry those out.
He started dealing with it just a couple of years ago. He'd served himself in Afghanistan and works helping veterans rehabilitate.
I'm now lucky enough to watch someone who should be dead run the 100 metres. You want the definition of inspiration? That's probably it.
How's the training going?
It's going well.
Nice.
That work is partly what sparked the personal realization that he also needed help. William also encouraged him.
Some of the best or the easiest people to speak to is a shrink, or whoever, I know the Americans call them shrinks.
Yeah.
Someone you've never met before. You sit down on the sofa and say, listen, I don't actually need your advice. Can you just listen?
Just listen to me.
And you just let it all rip.
And you've done that, have you?
I've done that a couple of times.
I'm not
More than a couple of times. But it's great, and I can't believe I've never done it.
There was still a little bit of nervousness about admitting he'd sought professional help, even then, because of that old royal family stiff upper lip.
I actually did a bit of boxing during those 2 years. I took up boxing because everyone was saying boxing is good for you and it's a really good way of letting out aggression, and that really saved me because I was on the verge of punching someone, so being able to punch someone who had pads was certainly easier.
Along with Kate and William, he's now launched a charity, Heads Together,
Just a serious one.
This is one?
Do you want a serious one?
to help tackle mental illness.
What we're trying to do is normalise the conversation to the point of where anyone can sit down and have a coffee and just go, you know what, I've had a really day.
Yeah.
Can I just tell you about it? Everyone needs a hug every now and then, and it so happens that I've been told over and over again that I'm very good with hugs, which is great. Good at giving hugs. Fantastic.
That was a year ago. Harry speaking to our own Robin Roberts about his healing process.
This used to be our mum's sitting room, and we had to make that sort of decision between the two of us. Are we ready to go back into the house that we grew up in? And I'm glad we have, because it's that constant reminder, not that we ever forget. We think about it every day.
That personal life he mentioned that he perhaps neglected so long, he's now been with Meghan Markle of Suits fame.
Look, I'm offering to help you kick his ass. Are you going to make room for me or not?
Long enough that royal watchers are getting all excited about possibly marriage. They reportedly spent this past weekend in Toronto, where she lives, and according to People, she's his +1 for Pippa Middleton's upcoming wedding reception, and Markle recently shut down her lifestyle blog. After 3 beautiful years on this adventure with you, she wrote, it's time to say goodbye. No reason given, but maybe it's just unseemly to blog if you're intending to marry a prince.
Well, he clearly is in a good place right now. He's in Toronto with his girlfriend, Meghan Markle. That relationship is going well. He seems emotionally sound.
Looking back the nearly 20 years to when Diana died, there was such an uncharacteristic, unprecedented reaction from the British public to Diana's death. The scenes outside Kensington Palace were unbridled mourning for a woman very few of us actually knew. Inside the palace, for Harry, apparently denial and stoicism.
My way of dealing with it was, sticking my head in the sand, refusing to ever think about my mum, because why would that help? It's only going to make you sad. It's not going to bring her back.
It just shows you what an utter nightmare he's had, but also the bravery, the courage that he's got to go out and talk publicly about this so that it helps other people understand their own mental health.
He's now out the other side, happy, apparently excited to become a father sometime, and using his clout to destigmatize mental illness. Could there ever be a better way to use your royalty, that strange celebrity? I'm Nick Watt for Nightline in Los Angeles.